Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. The blackest hearted, blackest minded, blackest man on social media, signing black in and shining again, asking you to hit the share button because the message is more important than the message. Let me get straight to it. A little while ago, I was up on the rooftop of the teacher's residential building, and it was nighttime. We stayed up through the night. I haven't been to sleep yet. Right now, it's the morning. The sun just came up. I can see it outside my window. I'm gonna tell y'all something right quick about this conversation that we had. I was sitting with two friends on the rooftop. One of them named Westside because he's from California. The other one, let's call him Manchester because he's from Manchester in the UK. So, Westside is religious. I'm religious. Manchester's religious. Westside is probably the most religious of all of us. Westside is not yet married. I am. Manchester is. Manchester wanted to encourage Westside again. Look, man, when you gonna tie the knot? They got some teachers here, lady teachers and the single, and why are you not willing to tie the knot? So I let him talk, and then I spoke in Westside's defense, and I said, look, Manchester, Westside here knows certain things about women that most of us don't think about. When you understand them, you are very, 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 very careful. And as a matter of fact, when you understand them and they realize you understand them, a lot of times they realize you understand the things they didn't want you to know in the first place, and they move away from you. That can happen. This has happened. So, that being said, let me cut this short right quick and tell y'all we were trying to, mostly Manchester was trying to convince Westside to find someone to tie the knot. And I explained to him that he had certain knowledge. I didn't tell him what kind of knowledge or the names of it. I just said he knows certain things that they don't want us to know. And Westside chimed in and said, yeah, that's true. I realized that Westside is very red pill aware. He knows what's happening. So anyway, after we explained a little bit of what we knew, Manchester said, you guys are overthinking this. Look, what I want to tell you in a nutshell is, first off, those of you in my regular audience, make sure you hit the share button and share this with some young brothers. What I want to tell you both is don't ever let any man tell you that you are overthinking this. When a more traditional man says to you, you're overthinking this, that is a sign that you are on the right track. Good. Keep overthinking it. Make it difficult. You young brothers, you really need to know this because you're the ones most likely to have to hear this from some elders who, if they had your best interests at heart, would be telling you the truth and saying, good, you're overthinking it, you're being smart. Because nobody sits up and says to these young ladies, you're overthinking this. You're looking to eliminate all the men. No one stops them and tells them this. They're commended for it. As long as they still compete for the same 13% that the rest of them are competing for, they're commended for it. Long as they're eliminating the ones that, logically speaking, would be the best fits for them, they are commended for it. Fine. They're overthinking it, fine. As long as it's difficult for the men who really shouldn't have to go through this, fine. When you do it, you're overthinking. When you simply examine the scenario and you look at the standard you have to meet versus the standard you're not allowed to have, and you realize it's a bad deal, you're overthinking it. Nah, bro. Keep on overthinking it. To those of you in my audience, share this with some young cats and tell them to start overthinking it if they're not. I'm telling my son to overthink it. Because in all honesty, as I've said before, the weight of the double standard is on the men's shoulders. It's no longer even lopsided. It's no longer that the men have to get out there and conquer and get the smell of the JJ on them to attract the other women, and she has to keep the smell of a dingling off of her to attract a good quality man. It's no longer like that. It's now lopsided. She doesn't have to keep anything off of her. He still has to go out there and conquer before eventually someone else will say, okay, you know what? And then even then, and then just to bring another bad deal to him. Overthink it. Matter of fact, that's a supposed insult that you're going to want to hear, because that actually means you're doing something right. I hope that this helps out one day. I hope one day it won't be necessary anymore. And in the meantime, well, hope it benefits you. Thanks for listening. Assalamu alaikum.